Hey everybody, Craig here with US News and World Report 360 reviews. We're talking the best home security systems of 2024. Up next, ADT Self Setup. Let's dive in. Let's talk about ADT Self Setup. While it shares the ADT branding, ADT Self Setup is not the same as the traditional and professionally installed system that they've offered for years. Let's talk about pros and cons with the Self Setup system. Let's start with the pros here. Like I said, this may not be the traditional professionally installed ADT system, but the cameras, honestly, they kind of act that way. They're pretty premium. Maybe that's because when you order the self-install system, they send you these cameras from Google Nest for both the indoor and outdoor cameras. They work especially well during the day. At night, they're more along the lines of average. That's not to say bad, they're still very good. It's just that in the daytime, they are fantastic with their video quality. On the con side, actually I should bring up the cameras again, and honestly this may be a pro for some people I suppose, but the footage for these cameras is going to be accessed through the Google Home app, not the ADT Plus app. So for me that's a con because I don't want to have to juggle between two different apps to access my security system. On the other hand, if you use Google Home a lot, then these are going to integrate very nicely with that existing system. One other thing to note with these cameras, especially the outdoor camera, is this. Okay, this is how it mounts, and this is the camera, sticks by magnet. So you'll want to be careful with something like this. I know that Google has some mitigation efforts for theft, but you may want to mount this pretty high because it seems pretty easy for me to come along and just take that and go. Another potential con would be that you need to be very careful that you're doing this setup in the right order. Okay, so they're gonna send you all of the equipment that you need to set up your home security system, but I had an issue where the app and the door sensor both had to update. And so I started those updates at about the same time. And the wrong one finished first, which threw off the automatic syncing between the door sensor and the app. So what should have taken me about 10 seconds to set up ended up taking about 5 minutes or so. Which, is it that big a deal? Maybe not, but it was very annoying. You should also be aware that they call this ADT Self Setup for a reason. There is no option for a premium professional installation. So if you want that, you're going to want the traditional ADT version instead. You can do self-monitoring on this system rather than professional monitoring, which is going to be a lot cheaper. But if you want that extra peace of mind, if you want somebody else keeping an eye on your system to see if something goes wrong, you're going to want that professional monitoring, which starts at $25 a month. As far as an overall impression, I like that it is cheaper than the traditional ADT system because it is a self-setup system, and while I don't love having to juggle between the two different apps, I love having Google Nest cameras integrated into the system because they are very good cameras. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Here at 360 Reviews, we have an entire team dedicated to helping you find the right home security system for you. So along with the testing we do here in the lab, we also have a research team that combs through reliable reviews from other professionals, as well as reviews from other users just like you. So be sure to check out the full review and also check out the full list of the best home security systems of 2024. We'll link to both of those below here. And we'll also link to any deals that might be going on with ADT Self Setup at the moment, so keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching everybody. I will see you next time.